Hello student, in this lecture we are going to discuss about some important points. Next paragraph, page number 183. When this arrangement had been set up, there was the skeleton hanging from a hook screw into the top of its skull, gently revolving at the end of a cord. This was somewhat in the nature of comic relief, and school show its approval, laughing uproariously. Uproariously means loudly, but levity means humor. Soon evaporated when Furman began to speak. His voice was clear and precious, and he had a strong sense of dramatic. Calmly, he told them that it was female skeleton. That was a fact and could easily be proved, but he could not say with any assurance whether she had been Chinese or French or German or Greek, nor could he say if she had been brown or white or a mixture of both. And from that, he said the class had concluded that basically all peoples were the same. The trimming means decoration, might be different, but the foundation were all laid out according to the same blueprint. Furman was wonderful. He had them eating out of his hand. Miss Dear's contributions was something of an anticlimax after Furman's performance, and she seemed to realize it. She spoke about the problems which all humanity has to face in terms of sickness and disease, and of the advantage gained by interchange of knowledge, advice, and assistance. In this paragraph, Furman, as usual, had a trick up his sleeve. He spoke clearly. He explained that it was a female skeleton, but he could not say with any assurance whether she had been Chinese or French or German or Greek. Not could he say if she was brown or white or a mixture of both. He concluded that basically all people were same. The trimming might be different, but the foundation were all laid out according to the same blueprint. Miss Dears, she spoke on problems which all humanity has to face in terms of sickness and disease, of the advantage gained due to the interchange of knowledge and advice and assistance. Next paragraph. Miss Dodd reported on the period of history the class had studied the Reformation in England. She told of the struggle of men of independent spirit against clerical dominations and of their effort to break from established religious traditions. From those early beginning gradually grew the idea of tolerance for the beliefs and cultures of others, and the now common interest in trying to study and understand those cultures. Denham reports was a bit of shock. He severely criticized and the general patterns of PT and games, emphasizing the serious limitations of space obtained, the effect of that limitation on their games activities. He complained that the PT was ill conceived and pointless. The routine monotonous, he could see no advantage in doing it. A jolly good games was far better. Apparently, he was voicing the opinion of all the boys, for they cheered him loudly. When the report was over, Denham called two children at random from the audience and asked them to write the name of each teacher, including the head, on a slip of paper. In this paragraph, Miss Dodd reported on the period of history. She emphasized on the reformations in England. She spoke on the struggle of men of independent spirit against the clerical dominations, their efforts to break from established religious traditions. That is how the idea of tolerance of the belief and culture of others gradually grew, and the common interest and to study and understand these cultures began. Denham reports was a bit of a shock. He severely criticized the general patterns of PT and games. He emphasized the serious limitations of a space obtaining and the effect of that limitations on their games activities. He complained that the PT was ill-conceived and pointless and routine monotonous. A joyly good games was for better. Apparently, he was voicing the opinion of all the boys. Then Ham called two children from the audience and asked them to write the names of his teachers, including the headmaster, on a slip of a paper. Next paragraph. The slips were folded and placed in a hat, juggled vigorously, and then withdrawn one by one. The names were called Mr. Weston's, Mrs. Del Evans, Miss Phillips, Denham, and Miss Josephs lead the author on up the stage, and the teachers took their seats. Weston's Weston big and vastly untidy between the two women. Then the questioning began. I believe I would have gone a long way to see what followed it. It was an experience which I shall not easily forget. The questions were mostly from the two top classes, probably because the young children were either too timid or too uninformed to formulate their questions. The teacher had no briefing and were often caught out stammering in their indecisions. But here again I receive a big surprise. A freely seeming brainless Miss Euphema Phillips proved to be the coolest and best informed of the three. She dealt with questions put to her with candor and authority, and would often intervene skillfully to assist one of the other without causing embarrassment. Weston cut a very ridiculous figure. Candor. Candor means outspokenness. In the face of Denham, blue criticism and Furman's adroit means clever or skilled. Questions he found himself completely plus. Non-plus means surprise, and tried to bluster his way out with a show often dignity he could not effectively support, and PT exercise for which he was partly responsible as having any definite physical advantage. Denham was a trained boxer and insisted that such exercises were only advantageous if practiced daily for more sustained period means temporary periods. PT twice weekly for 20 minutes was waste of time, he asserted. Once again Miss Phillips took the reins and her stock promptly. Promptly means immediately. Shot up 100 times, he reminded the school that every subject, including PT and games, had been carefully considered and fitted into the teaching timetable so that each student receive maximum benefits from it. The school, with its limited facilities, must be considered in terms of the greatest good of the greatest number, and it would be behind anyone powers to have please everybody, some of you, she concluded, fixing Denham with innocent eyes, are fortunate in your own fine physical development and do not really need a few meager helping of PT and games which these schools can offer. Try to remember that there are others for whom our program is ideally suited. It may be that some of you older boys might even to be able to help in that respect. Denham was not to be put off by this sugary remarks and rose in reply. Then why do we have do PT? Why don't they take only the kids who need it? The rest of us can have game of football or something instead of doing a lot of daft things that is good to us. This was a Pauses means problems, but she came right back at him, her baby blue eyes twinkling in her delight at this crossing of staves. Let's say it is as much as an exercise of the mind as it is of the body. Then the whole timetable in this school is meant to help you in the world after you live here and doing what you were told in spite of not liking it. It is part of the training. I feel sure that you will see the point in that. That stopped him. Poor Denham knew that he had been outwitted, but he could do something about it and sat looking rather rueful while Miss Phillips' smile broadens this freely innocent looking purse had gobbled her canary without leaving the tiniest feather. In this paragraph, Denham called two children from the audience and asked them to write the names of each teachers, including the headmaster's, one slip of paper. 3 slips were withdrawn one by one. The 3 names that came out were Mr. Weston's, Mrs. Dale Evans, Miss Phillips. The two top class students asked most of the questions of the teacher representative. The teachers were often caught out stammering for the correct replies as they had got any briefings regarding the question going to the fore to them. Miss Phillips proved to be the coolest and best informed of the 3. She dealt with questions put her with openness and authority. She intervened skillful to assist one of the other teachers without causing embarrassment. Denham defense against PT Miss Phillips' arguments in its favor. Denham, he was a trained boxer and insisted that such exercise were only advantageous of practice daily and for sustained periods. PT twice weekly for 20 minutes was waste of time. Denham insisted that only those who required should be taken to do it, whereas other students like him could have a game of football or something more worthwhile. Miss Phillips that every subject including PT and games has been carefully fitted into teaching timetable so that each students receive maximum benefits from it. She added that some students were physically better development than the others and may not need the help of PT for further growth, but there were other less development students for whom his program was better filled. Next paragraph. I began to understand how it was that so slight a creature could cope so effectively with her class. Soon after this, as the morning ended, the head went on to the stage and closed the proceeding, expressing his pride in all the children and his deep appreciations of their efforts. In this paragraph, finally, the head went on the stage and closed their works, and he expressed his own ideas and thoughts about the children. So, students, I hope that you will understand all points of to serve with love.